This one is Microsoft, came out and said that they want Bethesda games first, better, or best on Xbox. The Bethesda games seemingly won't be pulled from any other platforms yet that we know of, or be exclusive that we know of. This is still, the acquisition is not even finished yet, but
right.
This is the stuff that's happening. But they also stated that Microsoft wants their games on Game Pass to be the best on that platform as the subscriber base continues to grow. That right there.
Yeah.
We've talked about this in the past about Microsoft trying to build up that Game Pass subscription, that subscriber base, that user base, that they're trying to build that up. So I feel like the Bethesda acquisition had more to do with their Game Pass service than it did with trying to compete with Sony, because I don't honestly think they're really trying to compete with Sony.
I think 100%. You and I talked about this when the acquisition first happened. We both were talking about this. This was a Game Pass move. It wasn't like a Xbox move per se. It was a Game Pass move. Yeah, and this is huge, dude. It doesn't surprise us. It doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise you at all. Some people, Sony fanboys for sure are freaking out, and it's not just them, because there are Xbox fanboys who are going, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna get, but you have suckers," crazy. I mean, look, actually, this is more of a Game Pass move, guys.
Big time.
For real, this is huge. This is a big deal, because as companies continue to move forward.
Yes, Zach did just say huge.
Huge. This is huge. Okay, I'm telling you, as gaming companies continue to move forward in subscription services and the way that they're doing, it's going to be all first party games and exclusives based in their ecosystems, right? So Google, we already know Stadia is working on exclusives to make sure that their Stadia is going to have games that people can only get on Stadia. Amazon Luna, we already know they're working on games that will be exclusive only to Amazon Luna. Xbox is doing it for the Game Pass. This is the wave of the future, guys. This is a big deal, and people are freaking out about it, but I just see this as business.
I mean, it's not. What surprises me most about this is that people are surprised by it. By the way, I got the other string.
Nice.
Out. I feel so much better about my whole life right now that I got that. He's a
hero. Me. He made it.
But I'm surprised that people are surprised by this.
Yeah.
Because they didn't buy Bethesda to share, openly. Obviously, I think it's going to be. I feel like you're probably not going to see many games, if any, from Bethesda on Stadia or Luna.
Right.
I would be surprised.
Why would they?
Well, because Stadia and Luna would have to pay them for it, but.
Yeah, sure, but why? I mean, really, why would they? Because Stadia and Amazon Luna, think about their size. Their slice of the pie is so small at this point that unless their exclusives come out crazy, packing a punch, that's when Xbox goes, oh, okay. They've got so many users on there that would pay for our games to be on there. Right. Okay, I think now's the time to jump. Right. At this point, no way, bro. Not a chance.
Right. And you want to know what bothered me about that tweet I saw, because it was the PlayStation News thing. And here's my thing. Right. Even if a news, I know they're biased, obviously, because they're PlayStation News.
Everybody's biased.
But I don't even follow biased Xbox news, Yeah. I just don't seem to see a lot of PlayStation-based news from Sony. I follow PlayStation. I feel like I never get news from them. But what bothered me about this is because they listed out the title, Microsoft wants Bethesda games first, better, or best. They put best in quotations.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, your PlayStation, you can't deny the X Series X is a more powerful console than the PlayStation 5. That's just a fact.
I mean,
they have the capability of making.
It's just numbers,
and not even just that.
Literally the same.
They could deliberately make the game better on Xbox because they own it and make it worse on PlayStation. to try to, that people really care about. I don't think it's going to sway anybody.
Yeah.
Like, this Bethesda game sucks on PlayStation. I'm going to go buy an Xbox instead. I'm just saying, it's like, come on, like stick in reality. Okay. Obviously you think PlayStation's better. That's fine. It's your biased opinion. A lot of people think Xbox is better, but to put it in quotations, just report the news, man.
Right.
Or don't even report it, because you're reporting Microsoft news on your PlayStation.
Man, we went on a massive rant last week in our podcast because people are getting out of their lanes. If you're supposed to be reporting gaming news about PlayStation, stay in your lane.
I mean, if
report
I saw
news about PlayStation,
right? If I saw IGN or GameStop or GameSpot, I should say, or Shack News or any of these other news things that I follow, do something like that, I would unfollow them just as quick, because I'm like, I don't want. That's just nonsense. Because for me, that just baits the fanboys. That's just bait,
dude.
That's bait.
It's not just that, but it's inciting. Look, they do it because it incites a fury in people, and it incites reaction out of people, right? And so they go, and they feel like they have to answer, right? And what it does is it drives up interaction. And if it drives up interaction, then it drives their stuff up to the top of the Twitterverse. And it's crazy, man.
And that's probably why they did it. That's one of the reasons I just don't like about it. That's why I try to avoid clickbait topics even with our own podcast. I know it's better if we do use them to try to bring in an audience.
To try and get into the algorithm.
But for me, I'm just like, the inside, I'm screaming.
Yeah.
I'm just screaming on the inside, because I'm like, no. I'm like, why? It doesn't have to be like this. But it does sometimes.
Why do you have to
so, I mean, I could totally get that. But, like, again, you're a PlayStation news source. Report PlayStation news. I don't go to your source to look at Xbox news.
Stay in your lane, bro.
Stay in your lane. But you know what? I've been noticing more and more lately that I've been getting a lot more PlayStation news and stuff from IGN and GameSpot lately. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm cool with that.
Well, the new PS5 is out, so everybody's
that is a thing. That is a thing. That's going to be a thing for me next year. I'm just like, if here's the thing for you PlayStation fanboys, that if you guys are strictly PlayStation only, you probably not really watching this because we're big Xbox fans, but
yeah.
I will be the first to admit
we both own PlayStations as well, though. It's so sad.
And I'll be picking up The Last of Us Part 2 on sale for $30. We should also talk about that later. We need a game share.
We do need a game
PlayStation.
We would probably set that up if we actually played it more.
Well, if we get Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, which are both on sale.
Then we'll probably okay, we should set that up.
Throwing that out there. But yeah, so I will be the first to admit, as someone who's more of a fan of Xbox than PlayStation, is that PlayStation currently has the best exclusives between the two, hands down, miles ahead. Although I do believe that Xbox will be catching up with all these new studio acquisitions, so I think we might be seeing a different generation. And I tell you what, you want to know what's going to mark that change in tide is when you start seeing Xbox owned titles up for Game of the Year awards.
I know you and those Game of the Year
I'm just saying,
awards. I'm over here like,
you almost never see Xbox games up there ever. No, now sure, Forza probably wins like all the racing title awards. And Halo.
What about like Ori?
Ori, I don't think Ori's owned by Microsoft. It's a Microsoft
Studios?
exclusive, but I don't think it's owned. I don't think so.
Okay, whatever. But
it's like Cuphead. Cuphead, I don't believe is owned by the developers there. I don't believe are owned by Microsoft.
But do they have to be? I mean, it's an exclusive. It's
like Remedy.
Remedy exclusive.
Remedy's made, Alan Wake and Quantum Break and stuff for Microsoft only, but they're a third party developer. The controls on
both now, on everything, right?
Yeah.
Look,
which is smart for them.
Yeah, good for them. Go sell a bunch of games on everything, right?
Yeah. I just want to say though, Remedy, all these years you were making games just for Xbox, why didn't you make them as Game of the Year worthy as you did Control?
Dude, right?